I feel like this group of girls, there's a lot of dominant personalities though. I'd listen to Crystal. I'd listen to Crystal too.
You know, I listen to my crystals that I charge.
Okay, what's your favorite? Are you like a crystals girl?
Yes.
Okay, what's your like ones that you go by?
My Meridians crystal.
Okay.
I had charged, it was charging in the moon last
Like
night.
with USB, is it one of those new ones?
No, I put mine just by moonlight. She goes by moonlight.
Love it, all natural.
All natural. It was telling me today I'm gonna meet some type of evil force.
Girl. What's the evil force? That corset squeezing you together?
She said, read that bitch. That's what the crystal has said.
Or is it the toes crossing over each other?
I think it's the red dye dripping down your forehead.
Oh,
I think that's the evil force.
I like that. Is it dripping still?
Hey y'all, what's good? It's your girl Monét Exchange, and welcome back to The Pit Stop, the only official recap of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17, darling. And today we are joined in studio by a diabolical diva of deception and deity. Like that, right?
Yes, love the tongue twister.
Let's welcome Daya Betty into the house.
Hey Monet, thanks for having me.
Girl, thank you for being here.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited to be here with you, my second favorite winner of the franchise.
Second favorite.
Well, you know, I got to root for my girl Bob.
Oh my God, you believe Bob? Bob over me.
Well, I'm not trying to pit women against each other.
And I would never top Bob. Okay, let's get that straight.
Okay.
Daya, how you doing?
I am doing so good. I've gotten to travel the world with Work the World,
Yes.
Vegas Live,
Yes.
Las Vegas, which I freaking love. Me, Lady Camden, and Bosco are doing like a sapphic lesbian tribute show.
Ooh, a sapphic lesbian tribute. That sounds sexy.
I'll get you free tickets.
I would love to come. What city's in?
We've done LA already, but it was like the tester run.
Okay.
So we'll probably have a couple more on the West Coast.
Word.
Yes.
Like, wait, so go back. So Vegas, how is the Vegas show? Like, do you love Vegas? Do you hate Vegas?
I love Vegas. Have you been to Branson, Missouri?
Branson. Never heard of it.
Okay, so Branson, Missouri, we call it the Vegas of the Midwest. It's basically Vegas, but everything is like biblical.
Oh
So
God, is it like the Bible Belt?
it's the Bible Belt, girl.
Got
So
it.
it's like, I just feel like I am in Branson when I'm in Las Vegas.
Las
so it
Vegas.
feels like home. I love
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Well, I think also Branson, if I'm not mistaken, Branson is the birthplace of toilet paper.
That is a fact I am going to have to fact check. I'm not aware of that fact, but you learn something new every day.
You do. We actually have a fact checker on set.
Okay.
And ding, 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 I'm correct.
Oh, you're
I
fact
am
checker.
correct. Yes, we have a fact checker girl. We learned a lot from the past.
They might
4
need to
years.
look into a new fact checker.
Okay, so Vegas, Work the
Yes.
World, and now you are here on the Pit Stop. Listen, when we started doing this season, I was like, we have to get Daya Betty on.
Thanks.
Because you know, I did your season 14.
Oh, I know.
Why you say it like that? I liked you all your season.
I'm an acquired taste, which I've realized.
You are.
Yes.
But
yes.
but it's like when you get like a nice tuna salad, right? At first
Not
you're like,
tuna salad. Girl, tuna salad's disgusting.
no, but when you start eating, you like, this relish in here, the mustard is good. It pops in your mouth.
So I pop in your mouth.
You do.
You wish.
And I wish.
We have that on tape.
Daya, are you ready to dive into this batch of new bitches?
Daya is ready to dive in. Betty's always ready, Monet.
Yes,
You should know
she
this
is.
by now.
So last week, the queens had to make Monopoly-inspired looks in the Monopulence Elegance
Yes.
Design Challenge. And unfortunately, Miss Lucky Stars did not hit the mark and she was sent home.
Not so lucky.
Yeah, she wasn't lucky. These queens, they're getting really emotional at this departure
Totally.
because they're not just crying, bitch, they're boo-hooing.
And there's a lot of big personalities. I mean, girl, it's a drag show, so everyone's gonna have a big,
Of
big
course,
personality.
of course.
But I feel like all of them are kind of talking heads right now.
The room feels like everyone is like, it'll be hard to get a word in a cast like this.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
So, especially Ariete, for obvious reasons, because her and Lucky had this showmance going on. She's getting really emotional. Did you have a showmance with anyone in your season? That we didn't see on camera?
Girl, no, I didn't have time for any of that.
Was there anyone that you wanted a showmance with?
Ross. Carson, Michelle. Actually, Michelle always gives it to me. Michelle's that girl for me.
Well, the Sea Girl's getting so emotional, and then Joella's sitting there like, Why are these bitches so sad? Like,
Totally.
what about me? I'm the one you want.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Joella, and I don't think she's in the wrong for feeling the way that she's feeling.
She was the queen that got to stay, and now everyone is sad over the girl that left. And it does feel isolating, but also I'm like, these girls.
Yeah, and I mean,
sad for her.
like, you don't want everyone to stay every week because that gets boring and redundant and annoying.
So is Ariete though?
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
So is Ariete though?
Maneuvering.
Popping out.
Thank you, Toy. Good? Yeah. So I want to know, do you think Ariete is more upset that Lucky went home or that she didn't win the design challenge?
I think it's probably a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're there, you're kind of just like heightened emotions anyway. And when you form a connection with someone and they go home, you kind of feel alone. So, you know, maybe it's a little bit of everything thrown in.
Well, she seems salty because she looks dead at Sam Star who won, and she like, girl, you won with that ugly ass little pussycat wig, which I took personal offense to, but I'm gonna let that slide.
Yeah.
And she is upset that Sam Star won. And honestly, again, I think I loved Ariete's look, but clearly the judges vibed with Sam's presentation maybe more, whatever. But she seems to be cracking up at the mouth at Sam Star because she's just feeling a wave of emotion.
Yeah, well, you know, I think it's great that Ariete is showing that she wants to win. And
Yeah.
I don't care if it's the first weekend, I don't care if it's the last week into the competition. Like, I think you kind of need to have that drive from the beginning.
Yeah. We also saw a little drama with the Jules and Anya. They were cracking off at each other because Anya done had stole Jules' trims. How would, because as someone who always stays so neutral on things, how would you handle drama or discourse with your sisters?
You think I stay neutral on things? Well, I don't really care if my sisters think that I'm like causing chaos or causing drama or whatever because you're there to win, girl. I think the best thing that you can do in those circumstances is either say it and be unapologetic about it and
Yeah.
don't go backwards
100%.
or keep your mouth shut.
No backtracking, Your Honor.
No backtracking.
And when girls start finally going the home,
Yeah.
how does that feel to you?
Fabulous. More, please.
Yes.
More, please.
Yes.
You know what? Might as well just send them all home. You know?
So the next day, the queens walk into the workroom, and the tension seems to ease a little bit, and they start doing impressions.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Who do you do impression? Is it someone that you can do an impression of? Who do you do?
Oh my God, I'm so bad at impressions. You saw my Snatch Game, Monét. You saw all my season Snatch Game.
We did.
Yes, you're gonna have to pay extra for that.
It's actually a clip of it right now.
Oh, yeah, nope.
I also said meet and greet line.
I don't really do any impressions either. I can do Joy Behar. You know, because Trump won the election. He's so stupid.
Oh my God.
Whoopi Goldberg, you're gonna talk like this. You know?
Those need work. So,
Damn.
yeah. Okay.
So Ru enters and announces that for the Maxi Challenge, the queens have to create musical commercials for Bitch, I'm a Drag Queen Volume 1 and 2, inspired by iconic moments of Drag Race. What do you think of the challenge?
I think it's cool. I think it's really cool that there's a challenge we haven't seen before.
Yeah, I love when they switch it up. We're 17 seasons in. I love a little change up, a little switch up.
So I'm excited. It's a new thing, new, fresh. I love that Drag Race has become its own empire where we're like referencing the show itself.
Oh, girl, we don't have to reference pop culture, just reference us
No,
only.
fully. I think it's so cool. That
So much there.
I know.
Drag queens, we are always going to give what it's going to need.
well, most of us.
Which iconic quote would you have loved to do?
I feel like I would want to go with Laganja's quote, right? Like when I think of iconic quotes from the show, I immediately think of Laganja.
Yeah.
So I feel like that would be my first choice.
Honestly, it was literally just her entrance line. Come on, season 6,
No.
let's get sickening.
Literally, I also feel like the Aja and Valentina quote could be
That's a good one.
fun too.
That's a good one.
What about you?
Ooh, I think I would have
I
went,
will judge you for your answer.
I would have went with this ain't RuPaul's best friend, Ray.
Yes, that's a
and
good
I would be
one.
selling friendship bracelet.
That's okay. See, marketing genius.
Girl!
You know, you're good at this thing.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like I've been doing it for a while.
It's like you could do it for a living.
One of the choices is an iconic moment for your season
Yes.
with Jasmine Kennedy.
Oh,
This is
totally.
your moment. Tell me about that interaction.
Quote of all quotes, and it was even crazier in person. And you know what? It was a fight that I wasn't a part of, so I was happy to like sit back and just kind of sip my drink. You know?
I feel like some really crazy ones happened on season 10, but I wasn't in the room like some of the.
Well, you were Miss Congeniality.
I was,
Yeah.
but also I was also in the bottom getting ready for Phil, so I
Well,
missed the Untucked moment.
You know, if you're not watching Untucked, you're only getting half the
Half
story.
the story, girl.
It's true what they say.
And speaking of some musical moments, we have to talk about, this was one of the moments when I was on your season, I was like, I'm at attention. Your moment in the music video.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad I caught your attention in the last episode. I just remember being like, well, Jasmine and Georges already went home, so I could very well be in the bottom. And I also just remember thinking, especially whenever Angeria was told to do the crawling on the floor thing by Michelle and she didn't do it, I was like, eat the food while it's hot.
100,
and
100.
I mean, I don't want to say I ate, but.
You did, girl. That yellow and black outfit was sexy. You delivered the hair.
Yes.
It was really, really,
Thank
really
you.
cute.
The corset was Bosco's and the hair was also Bosco's, which is what made the outfit so sexy. So, I'm utilizing all of my resources.
One as you should
Yes.
on a challenge, on a show, on
Yeah, I
reality
appreciate
television. In the moment, did you know that like you ate it up that bad?
No, I was in my head bad that day. That was not the best episode personally.
Yeah.
My inner.
But the universe had other plans.
universe had other plans.
Ate it up. So we see the queens finding out which genre of music their iconic moment corresponds to. And do you think the vibe of the song affects everything of it? Like how you can perform the music? Like if it's country or gospel or whatever?
Yeah, totally. But you can't really have control over that. Like there's literally no control over what the vibe of your track
The
is.
universe, girl.
Yeah, so I feel like you just kind of have to go balls to the wall with it and
Yeah.
cross your fingers and hope that it doesn't naturally suck.
Which genre of music would you have wanted? And do not say rock and roll. We know you wanted rock and roll, Daya.
Opera, duh! Obviously opera. There's not an opera.
There should have been an opera one.
You were out of sight, out of mind, girl. You weren't even thinking of you. No, country could be fun depending on what the vibe. If it's like old school country music, it would be sickening. If it's like
Loretta Lynn.
sure. Right. I was thinking more like Shania Twain or like The Chicks. Girl, that's vintage to me. That's vintage.
How old are you?
29. I'll be 29.
That's not vintage. You think Shania Twain is vintage?
Well, I
She's
mean-
from the 90s.
Okay, girl, if you get on TikTok, half the kids on TikTok are like, if you were born before the year 2000, you're old. So I consider, that's vintage. It's a classic, everybody knows
Okay,
it.
classic.
Yeah,
Classic,
yeah.
classic.
So
yeah.
I don't know if the tracks will draw inspirations from specific like artists like that, but
Okay.
I feel like country could be fun. I have a little country roots in me.
Yeah, I would have liked gospel. I think if I did country, I would really go like very like honky tonk, like
Branson.
yeah, I would have went very Branson.
Branson,
with it.
Missouri with
I would have
it.
went like super nail head OD country if I did country.
Okay, OD.
'Cause I don't listen to country.
Monét, can you do that sound one more time?
No, not gonna get me canceled. Fool.
What is that from?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Okay, likewise, is there a genre you would not want to do?
I know ballad's not a drama, but any, or a genre. Did I say drama?
I mean, you did say drama.
Ballad music is not a genre, but I wouldn't want like a slow track.
Okay.
I don't know. The whole thing is to be funny, and I don't feel like you can be that
So when you
funny.
perform, you don't ever do ballads?
Oh, I can do a ballad, honey.
Do you say you don't want to do Daya?
I wouldn't want to do
Are
it on
you
the
hot or you
television
cold?
show.
You are
I am
right.
hot as right now, girl. I can tell you that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
So there is also a group element to all this, which I think is
Yeah.
like another little
Yes.
little seasoning in
Yeah.
this, on this chicken.
Yeah.
So they kind of have to like direct themselves because they have to kind of volume one is going, not necessarily, it wasn't said, but it feels like it's volume one versus volume two, right?
Totally
So you have to direct each other. Do you think you will struggle directing girls in a
I
challenge?
struggle
Yeah.
directing girls? No, because what I would do is I would tell them all the information they shouldn't do and convince them that it is the stuff they should do, and then I would do everything right, and then I would be the standout in my group, and then I would win that challenge. So, you don't ever want to be on a team with me.
Please make some noise for Miss Congeniality, Daya Betty.
Thank you.
You
Yes.
are diabolical. You truly are.
Well, you know.
Does it help to have a leader like Miss Crystal who takes charge? Like someone who's gonna drive the boat?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Especially if you're one that it doesn't normally take charge. You need someone to kind of like grab the reins of the group. And you don't want everyone doing their own stuff because then it's going to be flaily.
Messy.
It won't
Yeah. Like you need to have a dom. There needs to be a dom getting all the subs together. And that's Crystal walks in, bitch, balls out, hanging out. Like, you do this, you get over here, you get down. Like, she is running this ship. And honestly, I'm like, bitch, work. Wait. Speaking of Crystal, I cannot with her playing the tumbleweed and rolling behind the scene. That is commitment.
Best part, I wasn't even paying attention to any of the other girls in the scene.
She's so committed to her group.
I know, and I love Lana Jarre and I love Lydia, but I wasn't even paying attention to them.
Yeah. So the second group, there wasn't really a leader. Like, there wasn't a Crystal. They didn't have a dom.
Right.
But they were all like yelling direction at Harmona, and Harmona is literally being like, anyway.
Just doing whatever she wants to
Just doing whatever she wants to do. Which Harmona kind of beats a dick to her own clock or beats her own drum.
I also love that Harmona has been kind of like irritating the other gals. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it works more in your favor to have a specific leader, or do you think it works more in your favor to just hope that everybody can mind their
I think for me, I would prefer to just do my own.
Yeah.
I don't want someone directing me what to do. Also, I'm an Aquarius Pisces cusp, so I'm very much.
When's your birthday?
February 19th.
That's my birthday. But yours was like 1981, 78, 69.
Oh, wow.
No, that's literally my birthday though.
You were not born to February 19th.
February 19, 1986.
Shut the up.
Very
oh my
bad.
God, February 19th. We have the same birthday. I'm gagging.
Yeah.
Also, us and Millie Bobby Brown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Stranger Things girl, right?
Yeah, Stranger Things girl.
Okay, interesting. I'm trying to think. Anybody else? I know Rihanna's is like the day after.
She's the 20th. Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
That's cool.
I knew I'd hated you.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Let's talk about the actual commercial, shall we?
Yes.
Did you have a favorite group? Side A or side B? One or two?
Okay, I think there were standout moments in both groups, but overall, I liked group 2 better. I feel like they just like worked together better.
Okay.
I just felt like there was a little bit more of an energy that they knew what they were doing.
Yes. I couldn't disagree more. I did not vibe with group 2.
At all.
I liked group 1. Group 1 had the same energy throughout, whereas group 2 felt a little more discombobulated. Even though Harmona was good, it felt so different from what everyone else did in the group, and Corey's was just a mess. The fact that they let Corey even do that, the fact that someone was like, yeah, girl, that's a good idea, go ahead.
Okay, let's give Corey her props for like sticking to her guns. Everybody was kind of thinking, what the hell is this girl doing? But you know what? I found it entertaining.
I will say I was proud of my little baby Susie. My little baby Susie.
Yes,
she did such a good job.
Susie, bitch.
She's also weirdly like the chameleon of this group. I feel like Susie is just like whatever the thing is, she like molds herself to the challenge.
Totally.
I am flabbergasted that I like this bitch so much.
Wild card.
I wanted to come into this season every week being like, she's terrible. Send her home. Yet every week I'm like,
she's growing
look
on
at
you.
Susie.
I know, and I feel
Like a wart. She kind of grows on you.
Do you have warts?
No.
Oh.
I got them all burned.
Oh.
Yes, yesterday.
Did you get to keep them?
And as a,
You put them in a jar.
in a jar.
In a jar. Like a tonsil?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. In my opinion, group 1 just is better. Although that was when Miss Joella did that gospel number 2, which it wasn't bad. It just lacked energy. Like
Yes.
there wasn't enough of a turn in there to like really like, okay, this is good. She just kind of stayed the same. It was one note.
Yeah.
So that's where I think their weakest moment was. But overall,
Yeah.
they were good. Who was your overall favorite queen?
Susie.
Susie.
Slayed for me. And I don't know if that's just because it was like more my vibe, but I just think she really sold out of that. Also, Anya.
Anya. I would agree. I think Anya was so good. I thought the comedy in her was just great. I thought her delivery was really good. And even though I like Susie a lot too, I just really, really, really enjoyed Anya's performance a lot.
Absolutely.
It was great. So I think we should move on to the runway, shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's move on to the runway. Category is Quilted for Your Pleasure.
Okay.
First off, Miss Lydia Butthole Collins.
I love that her name is Butthole. I don't like to compare queens, so I'm not going to. I feel like the color palette could have been a little different because it is reminiscent of Miss Willow Pill, to me personally.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it is an interesting silhouette. I think she plays with texture and patterns really nicely.
I thought this was interesting. I like
Yeah,
it.
I like the hair. I like the little pigtails that came out the side.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Next up, Miss Lana Jarre. I love this.
Yes. You do.
I loved it. I thought it was cool. I love the colors. I think the little mucklucks, the little shoe things could have been, maybe they were a little too high or something about it is off. But she had a nice waist. And I love mixing all the colors and she replicated that in her hair. I like that.
Yeah, I love the color palette that she used. I find it just really fun for the eye to kind of like bounce around and how it's incorporated into the wig. But yeah, the shoe things totally lost me. I feel like they just needed to be like wider
Yeah,
or something.
something.
But yeah, it's like a solid B for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can see that.
that's nice.
Yeah,
that's
that's nice.
That's nice.
That's passing.
That is passing.
100%.
She is passing.
She is passing. Well. Up next, a queen who got nerve. It is Joella. I need a moment before I can talk about this next look.
No, I love it. I love it.
You do not love it.
It's a maxi pad.
You,
It's amazing.
you do not love this. You are lying.
I love the risk. I wish there was like a reveal, or I don't know. I feel like the idea of it is really cool. It just could have been, there could have been more surprise there. And the glory hole face is crazy.
It is insane, right? What is this bitch smoking that she, when she was leaving for Drag Race, she's like, ooh, I have an idea.
She took her whole bed set,
just
girl.
brought her bed with her.
No, fully.
And then the picture of RuPaul in the back, RuPaul was cockeyed.
I want to know what was the thought process of the airbrushed RuPaul face on the back. Yeah.
God bless her.
Yeah.
It do take nerve, and just like the pad is like, is crumbling under her.
Do you think she was like this the whole
I
time?
think she was holding it like that, 'cause I don't think
Really?
Joella thought far enough about how it was gonna stay up. I think she put that thing on her, she was like, ooh, how am I, and she just put her hands up. In my mind, she's walking like this on the runway.
No, fully.
It's insane.
Okay, or she's just like either really, really smart and knows people are gonna talk about this, or she just has no idea how to do this runway. But either way, it gets people talking, and I think that's the most important thing about fashion, right?
It does.
So,
it does.
yeah.
Let's talk about Miss Arietti.
Okay, for me, I love the like symmetry with the look, like a lot of balancing, and it's very graphic, which I think is really nice.
You mean
I don't.
asymmetry?
Did I say symmetry?
Yeah.
Yes, asymmetry.
Branson education.
Baby, absolutely. I don't really see quilt, right?
Yeah, it looked like, to me, it looked like a printed fabric.
Yeah.
I was not seeing quilt.
Totally.
But I'm sure we're gonna get a tweet or a thing and be like, well, actually, girl, and a picture of the thing, it may be a quilted, but looking from the TV, it looked like it was like a printed fabric.
Yeah, the look itself, not really on theme, but like as a silhouette, it's nice.
Yeah, it looked cool, and I love the hair. Like the hair was really cool.
Yeah.
I do like this. I just was missing the quilt part of it a little bit. Let's welcome Miss Jules Sparkles.
I love her. I love her.
She's great.
She just seems so genuine and like authentic, and I don't love this look though. I think it's just because it doesn't read quilt, but I know there's quilting. Okay, quilting definition is like layers of fabric and then it's like stitched on top, right?
I don't know, but we're putting on the screen right now.
Yeah, so for the theme, I feel like it could have read quilt better.
Yeah, I think it could have well quit. Also, it doesn't give you runway. I think so far Jules has been really giving us great runway looks, and to me this is more of a, not like a.
With a body like that girl though, I mean.
Yeah, her body looks incredible.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's just not giving me runway on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah, that does feel a little bit more like a
Performance look. Yeah, and she's gonna take the cape off and do her number with the rest of her dancers with matching outfits on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's talk about Miss Mona Lisa.
Oh God, I hate pastels.
Do you?
I don't like a pastel.
It is the antithesis of everything you are.
Oh, no, it just gives Easter Sunday. Like we're looking for the eggs, girl. However, there's something really endearing about Miss Mona Lisa. I do like that her tights also match.
The yellow?
Matches the quilting pattern. I don't think that's intentional, but it's solid.
I think a way she could have stepped this up instead of just making a bodysuit is if this was a catsuit instead of that as a catsuit.
You would.
And the cape, it would be sickening.
You would love, you and Plain Jane, y'all would love.
Listen, so are you bodysuit or leotard?
I put the ew in bodysuit, so probably a leotard. I have long legs, honey. I need to show that off. That's one thing RuPaul taught me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But I do think Mona looks good, and I do like this. I just wish it wasn't a leotard, it was more of a catsuit situation. Let's go on to Crystal Envy.
Yes.
Sickening.
Honestly,
so good.
The coat specifically is amazing. The bodysuit underneath also, I mean, gorgeous.
Great.
I really don't have anything bad to say. I just think she's a f***ing rock star.
I love the hair with it too. The hair she did was really cool.
So cool.
And then she was like, oh, I made this sickening quilted coat. Hold on. Here's some more quilts on the bodysuit as well.
Yeah.
I thought it was very, very, very well done.
She's a standout for me right now, and I know we're not that far in, but Crystal has something special.
She killed this. She really killed this.
She totally did.
Let's talk about Miss Susie Toot.
It's your girl.
Miss Susie Toot. Now, granted, I didn't love this runway look as much as the judges did. Again, I think it shows more about how versatile this queen is.
Totally.
And she looks great. And I'm just, again, surprised by Miss Susie Toot.
Yeah. You know, Susie really slayed the challenge for me. This is more Susie Boots for me, little Susie Boot for me.
Oh, no.
I don't know, but I like her, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Miss Sam Star.
Oh my God. The zipper, that zipper.
Great detail.
Is amazing.
Attention to detail, it was what sets you apart from other bitches.
Yes.
This was so well done. I love this gown, having the hair be how it was.
Yes.
The zipper, the stuffed animal.
The hairline blended perfectly into the hair, and then the hair went into the pillow perfectly.
Yes.
Silhouette was freaking sickening. She kind of
Yes.
gives like, if you close your eyes, it kind of gives like sexy SpongeBob. Yeah? You don't see you
No,
don't see
I
that?
don't see
Well, I mean,
it.
like, close your eyes, have like some sort of vision problem, and then it looks like sexy SpongeBob. I love it.
Up next, Acacia Forgot.
I wish I did.
You know, what I did love about this was the hair. I think putting the doilies in the hair looks really cool.
Yeah.
But other than that,
She-
it was fine.
She and Hormona Lisa look like they're going to the same church Easter dinner situation, right? I don't know. It just doesn't feel finished. I wonder where she's from, like OG, because like I know she lives in LA right now, but this is giving me Midwest America right now.
Midwest.
Yeah, so I mean, I can't say I don't like it because I know that woman, you know.
Yeah, and what is this woman's day job?
Oh, okay, let's see. She works at a wholesale food store, but she's the bitch that like rings everybody in, and she's really tight on if you have that membership or not.
And if she's checking your receipt at the end too, she looking through everything. I'm like, girl, I got 75% of the things here. You know I got everything else. Why are you still looking for the razor?
And she smells like mothballs.
Yes.
I kind of like that smell.
Mothballs are kind of hot.
It kind of smells good. Yeah, right?
Let's talk about Miss Anya Nerve.
Okay, Slay.
This was so good.
Yes.
I thought she looked great. Her body looked great. I love that she brought the quilt into the hair with the big hair to balance out her body. All the proportions were great. I think Anya really nailed it.
It kind of gives me a Diana Ross.
Okay.
The hair is big and beautiful and gorgeous, and she did so good in the challenge.
She did so good.
She already kind of has like a...
But what Anya will do, we see it every week, this girl will sell the garment. Really killed it. Let's go on to Miss Lexi Love.
Okay, it doesn't read quilt to
It
me.
doesn't. I was missing the quilt a little bit.
But
So good, though.
so good, so hot. Like, it's like got me steaming up. It's got me steaming up more than your plastic fantastic runway on.
Oh, yeah, I was seeing that one.
No, I love it. I think she looks so like glam. There's something so fashion about it. All of the jewels catch the light the right way. But yeah, she's just missing the quilted part.
missing the
Or
quilted
maybe
part of it.
I'm missing the quilted part, which is
Yeah, because what it is, she's wearing black.
Right.
And when you wear black on stage, it's kind of hard to see details.
yeah, maybe they should have like done like a double stitch or a thicker stitch just to make those quilting
Pop. Yeah, but I think it was really cool.
I
So
agree.
I like this look.
Cool, I love
Last but not least, let's talk about Miss Corey King.
Yes.
Something that I've learned since my
Okay.
first time on Drag Race is proportion. Because the body is always banging.
Yeah, the
The
body's
legs,
big.
legs and hips and body, body's always good.
Yes.
But we're missing the proportion of hair, and I just think she did herself a disservice by not balancing out her proportions a little better.
And she said that Plain and her other drag sisters helped her make this. Well,
Plain and Big Atlas.
Corey, sister, your sisters ain't sisters. Yeah, I feel like I agree with everything that you said, and I think the part that's really throwing me off is, like you said, the hair. Is it a hat? Is it a turban? What?
No.
And I swear to God, if there's like a braided ponytail under there, I'm gonna lose my
Well, who had your favorite look then?
I love Crystal Envies. I think that one was super gorgeous. And honestly, Anya just like sold it for me specifically in the challenge. So she kind of already has that like positive vibe in my head about this week. So I think Anya did really well in this challenge as well.
Whose look could use a little more work this week for you?
As much as I love Miss Maxi Pad, I do think there just could have been a little bit more, some sort of extra little surprise under the covers, you know?
Girl, that is a wide set vagina with a heavy flow.
That is one if I've ever seen it, sister.
Yes, girl. So after the judges' critiques, we find out the winner of the week is On Your Nerve.
Yes.
You agree?
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Specifically, obviously her runway was amazing, but specifically she just nailed that.
Nailed the challenge.
She nailed that.
And the bottom two queens of the week are Corey King and once again, Miss Joella.
Girl, Joella.
Before the lip sync starts, like who is your money on? If you were a betting woman, if you were a Daya betting woman,
If I was in Vegas putting money down on one of
who
these
would your money
bitches.
be on?
I am hoping and praying that Joella has some sort of sickening reveal under that crazy outfit. So I'm gonna say Joella.
So Joella and Corey lip sync to Buttons by Pussycat Dolls, which is, by the way, a great lip sync song.
Perfect, everybody knows it.
And it has the Snoop Dogg verse, which Joella turns proud.
Does not know a single word.
So what do you think of the lip sync overall?
It was fine. I mean, I don't consider myself one of the best lip sync assassins or whatever of all time, so I don't really have that many critiques when it comes to like dancing and stuff, but for me, I was not necessarily entertained the whole time.
There were two reveals in it. Joella had one and also Corey.
Okay, she took the skirt off. I liked seeing the body. The body was sickening for me, but I don't know. It just felt a little lackluster to me.
Yeah. Corey wins the lip sync.
Okay, yes.
So you do agree?
I agree. I was really kind of rooting for Joella, but I do think Corey.
She edged her out.
She edged her out.
Yeah, she
girl.
did, she did. But all is not lost on Miss Joella.
Okay.
She has a chance to save herself by dunking Michelle Visage in the badonkadonk trunk.
I love it.
Badonkadonk, what is it?
Dunk.
Tank.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. In the badonkadonk tank by choosing the right lever. Pull the lever, corrupt!
I was literally about to do that.
Unfortunately for Miss Joella, she pulls the wrong lever,
Yeah.
and she's our second queen to sashay away. She felt confident though. She said, RuPaul, she said, I'm feeling very lucky. And RuPaul just,
She's like, we'll see about that.
see about
bitch."
that girl.
Yes.
Yeah, she sashays away. Does the badonkadonk tank remind you of anything?
Well, the chocolate.
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 It's chocolate. Who got it in your season was
Bosco.
Bosco got it.
Yes, yes. And she, if it was anyone other than Bosco, I would have been pissed. I don't know what the strategy I would use.
I guessed right the first week on number 7.
It did dunk.
It was, yeah, it dunked Michelle number 7.
Well, it's season 17. Easter egg.
So maybe the other one is 1.
There's a reason for everything.
Maybe the other one is 1.
I mean, you know what? You heard it here first, folks. And if I crack the code, I'm just saying, I need a producer credit.
All
Or
right.
something. No, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Oh my
Watch it
God!
not be
Okay,
one.
let's put money.
What
on
are we
it.
betting?
If it's 1, I will give you $1,000.
Will you really?
And if it is not 1, you have to give me $1,000.
Okay, let's do it. Deal. God, I hope it's one. Okay, and if
Wait,
you don't,
wait! You have to choose which one do you think it is?
it's gonna be one.
Oh, you think it's 1?
I think it's one.
No, I said it's 1.
I'm the one that said it.
Okay, so hold on. So
I'm
the
the one that
deal
said it
is,
was 1. Yes.
if it's 1,
I'm
I
confused.
pay you $1,000
If it is one,
because you think it's 1.
I think it is one.
Okay, and I think
do.
it's not 1.
You don't think it's one.
So no,
okay.
I don't.
Okay.
So if it is 1, I give you $1,000. If not, you give me $1,000.
Love that. Let's shake
Great.
on it.
Shake on it.
There's physical proof of this happening.
Ow, you're hurting me.
So strong.
Daya, it's so early in the season, but who is your front runner? Who
Ooh.
are you betting on?
Okay, I'm loving Susie.
Yes.
I love Susie. Something about her is so like charismatic and fun to me. Crystal's been killing it.
Yes.
I also really like, is it Lexi Love?
Yeah, Lexi Love.
Lexi Love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm putting my top 3 is Anya,
Okay, yes.
Susie, and Lexi.
Okay, yeah.
Obsessed with all 3. Daya, it was so much fun having you today. I love how shady and fun you are. This was great.
You, I really appreciate it. I had the best time.
Do you mean it?
I do.
Do you mean it?
Why do you not believe me?
Because you're a liar.
I said one thing that I went back on.
Also, we're Pisces sisters.
Yes, I love that. I love that.
And thank you all for swinging on by the pit stop again. Listen, join us next week where we are recapping episode 5 of RuPaul's Drag Race season 17 with another sickening queen. See you next time.
I really like her, and she is a Cleveland, Ohio girl.
Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio,
Which
yes.
I've been to, I've been doing this for a little bit, and I've performed probably every city in Ohio. A state.
Oh, what about it? Do you not like specifically?
People there can't drive.
Well, that's
The
kind of
restaurants
everywhere.
aren't open late enough.
Okay.
Taco Bell closes at 1 o'clock. I need it to close at 3.
That's the 4th meal, and the 5th, and the 6th.
You know what I mean?
No, I
so
know.
every time I go to Ohio, I'm just always angry.
Okay.
But
Well, you know, you're putting that into the universe and it's giving it right back to you.
it sure is.
Apparently, you need to charge those crystals before you go to Ohio.
Hey, you want more non-Emmy nominated gay you traders? Well, then don't forget to subscribe to the RuPaul's Drag Race YouTube page.